Hello, hello. Good morning. Give me, I have a bit of a tickle in my throat this morning. So good morning, happy Monday. Monday morning, 8 o'clock my time, mountain. I'm in mountain time right now. I just lit my meditate candle. And I'm just preparing my seat. I hope you are as well. Today, as we start a new week, I always think it's this nice time to kind of reset. Sundays definitely are that for me as well. But, as we kind of have this energy, if you will, of Monday, Luna, this emotional day, sometimes with a full moon coming up later this week, with summer solstice coming, there's a lot of change in the air, right? There's hopefulness too in the air, I might add, right? I think sometimes with the more sunshine and warmer days, we all kind of feel, at least those of us in Canada, right, start to feel a little more energetic and a little more open, perhaps. I was just listening to a talk by Simon Sinek, who wrote Start with the Why. He has some great videos online. I think it was a podcast he was on. What is that podcast called? Something like Mind of the CEO or something to that effect. But he was talking about loneliness and, this epidemic, in fact, of loneliness, or how we have structured our lives for many of us that create more loneliness, create more aloneness, create more disconnection from people around us, from community, from family. Many of us don't live close to family as we would have, years ago or generations ago. And he talked about the fact that we don't know how to be friends anymore. We've lost the art of cultivating friendships. And perhaps, I live in a city where, most people that live here are from here. And so, I mean, I might say it's a little cliquish, but it's not necessarily cliquish. It's just those people have had those same relationships for a long time. And so you don't necessarily practice, let's use that word, right, the art of developing new relationships, which, as we all know, become a little bit more challenging as we get older. It also becomes challenging because many of us don't work in an office anymore, a traditional office setting, especially post-COVID. We don't necessarily, or many people, I should say, aren't necessarily socializing in the same way that they might have. And certainly we know that, we are online a lot. We're on our phones a lot. And when we're out and about, we're not necessarily present to what's happening. We're very much still on our phones or in lines and whatnot. So we're not necessarily seeing or connecting with the people around us. And so what is that going to look like later in life for some people, for younger people, but for all of us who, we are social beings and we require other people to really live and thrive in this world. And so, as the saying goes, what's the world coming to? As not a sign of discontent, but more a question of curiosity. And I think, for me, there's many things around friendships or cultivating relationships. And I think one of them is this sense of curiosity. How do we remain open and curious where we can allow ourselves to not only be vulnerable, of course, which is necessary for deep friendship or relationships of any kind, but also just be curious about another person and who they are and who they might be, so that we might, develop a relationship with them or relate to them, whether that's, a deep, long-lasting relationship or something perhaps, let's say, in the moment of it. So one of the meditations that always comes to mind when I think of this is the Metta prayer, or Metta, or loving kindness meditation. And I think one of the reasons is that it's very much this connection between me to you, so in relationship to another person, and then to a wider group of people, right? The expansion of our own energy, if you will, into a larger group of people. And so when we can start to relate to at least me to you, right, we can start to create a opportunity for something deeper to exist. But often we are very focused on the me, right? On what's happening in my life. What do I need to do? The busyness of our lives right now, and have been for a while. So we're busy, busy, busy. And that's okay to be busy, to be full, to live a full life. But when we're busy in the distraction and not necessarily in the presence of our life, that becomes problematic. And so how do we remain present to what is happening in our life moment to moment? And that's really this idea of mindfulness, not the idea, that is mindfulness. And so how do we remain mindful while also doing this prayer, if you will, or meditation of connecting and imagining our relationship to other people around us? So today, although sometimes we do this in multiple ways, we're going to start with the I. Then we're going to move to someone in your life. And I want you to think about maybe someone who's new to you, or who maybe could be a new friend to you. And I want you to imagine them in front of you. Perhaps it's a new person. Perhaps it's someone that's been in your life, but maybe your relationship hasn't been as strong lately or connected. And then I want you to think about a community that you belong to or would like to belong to. So like a bit of that tribe mentality. Who is that? Maybe it's, again, a group of friends that already exist. Maybe it's a community that you belong to or that you would like to belong to. As we think of this, and really generating this heart, if you will, heart space for connection, for friendship, and go from there. So let us find our seat, whatever that looks like. And let's just making sure that we're in a strong back, soft belly position, that we can hold this space for the next 15 minutes or so. You can lower your gaze away from the screen, allowing yourself to turn your attention, your awareness inward, interoception, starting to gain some understanding of our inner world, the inner landscape of us, our mind, our body. For some, that may mean closing your eyes works better for you. It's all an invitation, of course. Finding what works for you today in this moment. We're going to begin by just connecting to our own breath. We can do that in a few ways. We can feel the sensation of the breath, perhaps in our nose, our throat, our chest, as we inhale, as we exhale. Perhaps we notice the movement of our body, mostly our chest and ribs, as it expands and contracts with our breath. Sometimes placing our hand on our body, in particular our chest, our heart space, and just gently having our hand there allows, again, some connection. If we're having a hard time connecting into our inner body, this sometimes can help us connect to our body and to the sensation of our breath and our body moving with our breath. As we sit with our breath, imagining the thoughts that may be present, as there will always be, just allowing it to go into the background. We don't want to fight with not having thoughts, having thoughts. We simply want to push them into the background, allowing them to be there. But our focus, our attention is placed on our body, on our sensations, and in this moment, on our breath. You can receive or do this meditation in a few ways. There's no right or wrong. As I say each line, you can just receive the information and feeling it into your body. You can repeat the line in your own mind as you again feel it in your body. Or you can repeat it out loud. Whichever feels right for you in this moment. I want you to receive these words to you, to this present moment you. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free of suffering. May I be free of mental anxiety. May I live in peace. May I be a good friend. Now imagining that person that I mentioned before that you either wanted to develop a better, deeper relationship with, friendship with, that you wanted to develop a friendship with. Imagine them sitting in front of you right now. Imagine that you're sending this energy and these words through your heart space out to them, filled with deep meaning and genuine love and care. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of suffering. May you be free of mental anxiety. May you live in peace. May you be a good friend. Deep breath in. Release. Expanding our vision now to our community of choice, our family of choice, perhaps a group of friends, a larger community, whatever that means for you today in this moment as we think of friendship, of connection, of community. Imagine once again that you're expanding this energy from your heart out to all of these people with genuine care, compassion, and connection. Remembering that this includes you, that you are a member of this community, that you are a member of this friendship group. Connecting all of this back, perhaps even imagining this community in a circle where you are one of many, feeling loved and supported. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be free of suffering. May we be free of mental anxiety. May we live in peace. May we be good friends. Taking a deep breath. Release. Returning to the energy that is an awareness of your own breath and your own body. Noticing how it feels in your body in this moment. In our final moments of our meditation, perhaps just considering your intention as you begin your day, as you move through this day, this new week. And the theme of connection, how might you remain connected to yourself, to those around you, remaining in the presence, our present moment awareness of how we are and how we're showing up for those around us and those who matter most to us. How might we be a good friend to those in our lives? Perhaps taking your chin down towards your body, opening your eyes so the first thing you see is your own body. And then gently, as you wish, raising your head to come back into this time and this space. With gratitude for your practice today. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a lovely day.